What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Anthony Sain Show. This is, of course, your host, Anthony Sain. Here with my guys, man. What better episode than 169 for the books, man? We about to jump into it, man. Face first. Got my guys with me, man. Paris Shark in the building. Paris, what's up, bro?
What you say? Wait a second for
What you mean?
You know what came to my mind?
I'm confused. What did he mean by face first? What does he mean by that, Paris? What's he talking about? I'm confused.
Hey, you going in feet first, man. You freaking hell. Hey, you going in face first. Paris Shark, you might know him from the Daily Grind. You might know him to be the only dude in the locker room posting videos. Hey, bro, to all these people who got all these clips, all these interviews with quotes from Zach Kleiman, the quotes from Ja. We're going to talk about the quotes from Ja later on in the show. Man, show the video, man. Where the video at, man? How you know y'all ain't just making it? Bro, back in my day, bro, we actually saw a video of these people talking, bro. Like, back in my day. And there is Ja video of him talking about this social media stuff, though, right? Am I wrong?
No, I haven't seen.
Show the video, man. Get like my boy Paris Sharkey, man. He don't be talking about nothing that happened, man. He show you the video.
I gotta make it.
It's for 40 dudes.
I gotta make it to some practice.
I know, bro. You gotta get to some practice, bro. Yeah, you gotta play hooky from your day job, man. Slide on over to
saving the world, saving the city. I did it a lot. Man.
I did it a lot, man. When I was the guy who wanted and had locker room access, man, I would take days. I would play hooky from my day job a lot and go to Grizzlies practice.
I probably can.
But yeah,
it's just the time. Like I think this time, like I had something at the time frame of the practice.
Major shit going on.
Yeah, at this point. But most of the time, I probably could. I just need no ahead of time when it's going.
Paris, you ever thought about running for mayor at some point of Memphis, man? You think about being mayor?
I ain't politics. I ain't political at all.
I can see you running the office for real though, man. Like a a smaller office. You know what I'm saying? Might not be particularly mayor. Shout out to Paul Young who put the story out about something about recycling water or some shit. I'm like, all right, bro, whatever you say.
I believe you.
You're recycling water, man. Hey.
Isn't that called urine? I don't know what that's like.
Right.
You're recycling water.
It's the water that Elon Musk is using. There's never been anything that I feel like impacts the city of Memphis as much as this Elon Musk supercomputer thing does. That I really don't know what people are talking about. Like I don't know what he's doing. I don't know why he's here. I have no clue about any of it. I just saw Paul Young talking about recycling some water today, and that's all I know.
He came out. Elon came out and
people said it has something to do with Grok or something. I'm like, wait, bro, what are you talking about? People said it has something to do with AI.
It said it has something to do with Graceland or something like that. Like apparently. Man, Apparently somebody close to him's like super into Elvis or something like that. And so he chose Memphis because of Graceland. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
They already said it because of the pyramid and he's creating the new god. So I'm like, all right, bro, get me the hell out of wherever we are, bro. But yeah, anyway, shout out to Elon Musk for keeping our show on the live stream. so I don't know, man. I'm so disconnected from politics. I just see a lot of wicked stuff that I think is absolutely crazy. I just kind of like get out the way, bro, because I'm like, okay, this is what people ask for. But anyway, welcome to the Anthony Sain Show. Kenny Stubblefield's in the building as well. Kenny, what's going on, my brother?
My guy, what's up, man? You good?
Man, I'm good, man.
I need to take this hoodie. It is hot. Like, it is hot outside today, man. It feels good. I love this weather.
Straight up like 70-something. It's 71 degrees right now.
Man, so great.
You can take that off. I got my Juju Watkins shirt came in the middle of the day, man. Got that joint on, man. Feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Feeling good outside. Feeling good inside as well. Your Memphis Grizzlies. I am wearing the Cleveland Cavaliers colors. I do realize. I realized that's what I'm doing. Cleveland Cavaliers beat our Memphis Grizzlies. Can't remember what the score was, but they were beating us pretty much the entire game. We were up a couple times, but for the most part, Cleveland kept control of the game. Did not know that Bluff City Media contributor Michael Harrell was a player for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Ty Jerome is the name he goes by in the NBA. Shout out to my boy Michael. Michael love checking, bro. Michael love checking and thinking he's getting away with it, bro, for real.
Yes,
so I just let his ass talk. Yep. I just let him do his thing. But Ty Jerome, a.k.a. Michael Harrell, got off on our ass. And he looks like what y'all think Luke Kennard is, but he's not. Ty Jerome is what y'all think Luke Kennard is, but that's not who Luke Kennard is. Ty Jerome is just a shot maker, a scorer, dude just got moxie. Like, he wants to hit threes in your face. Like, he wants to get as many threes off as he can. Was dropping our ass off the entire game. One of the leaders in percentage in the NBA, if I'm not mistaken. But the difference in how he impacted the game and how the number one leader in 3-point percentage, Luke Kennard, it was evident. Like, it was right there. He was a guy looking for his shot and taking you off the dribble to get separation to get to his 3-point shot.
He made Vince look like
that man was cooking everybody.
He made Vince look like he belonged in the G League, man. Or something, boy.
In the A League,
he put Vince in that pick and roll put Vince in a blender.
Yeah. But Cleveland, they're just good, man. They got two, all-star caliber bigs. 4 guys on their team have been all-stars in the last 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. Very talented team.
You know what else is smart?
Go ahead, bro.
Some low key that they doing when they decided to bring DeAndre Hunter off the bench. Him and Ty Jerome won a championship together in Virginia.
That was the backcourt. That was Ty Jerome on that Virginia team. Yeah. I did not know that, bro. Yeah, he's good.
Ty Jerome was nasty at Virginia. Like I didn't know what. Go ahead.
He's also another example that Steve Kerr don't know what the hell he's doing, because like there's a lot of good young players that came to that team. Yeah.
It's so crazy.
But
and he's got a decent name for a white dude. Like Ty Jerome's a pretty nice.
Yeah, did not know it was a white boy until I saw the game.
Like Ty Jerome's like he don't sound like a Kyle Kuzma or something. You know what I'm saying? Like a Toby Maguire or something like that.
Yeah,
like he's
Channing. Yeah. Sterling Gates or some shit like that. Yeah.
Cooper
Flag.
Man.
Exactly. Hey, Cooper Flag might be the whitest name in NBA history, bro, for real. Especially when you talk about a guy who's coming in like heralded like to be like a really good player.
But
yeah, man.
Have you seen any of? Not to totally change. Have you seen Cooper Flag?
Whoa! He called him up. Called him up.
It might go.
Yeah. Here's the thing, man. Like people rag me all the time about how I wasn't on the Luka train, and I was like, that dude can't be as good as y'all talking like he is. I was like, he's gonna be good, but he like his floor is Penny Hardaway pissed me off. You know what I mean? Right. So, but like I'm fine with people looking at a guy that we're looking at every day at Duke and saying that kid's gonna be cold. I was not accepting some dude in Croatia that y'all was like, bro, how do you know? Like, man, shut up. But yeah, shout out to Cooper Flag. He's gonna be cold in the league, for sure. And boo to all the people who are already acting like the Spurs have any chance to be like in the running to get him. I'm like, bro, like the Spurs have already won like 30 games, bro. Like they're not gonna be. They're not, even if they don't win another game, they're not going to be in a position. I mean, I'm not saying the draft look can't happen, but having a conversation about him going to the Spurs is just crazy. It's like you're just predicting extreme draft look. It's not Portland. San Antonio's not going to finish not too far from where they are right now, bro. Like they're going to be in 10th probably. So predicting draft look is a crazy conversation.
I saw a national guy, and I can't remember his name, but he said yesterday they were talking about Philadelphia and how the whole shit with Joel Embiid's going down. Like they should shut him down. Try to figure out. He said,
why are they playing him? Why don't they shut him down? That is so crazy.
They have to. But this guy said, if I'm Philadelphia, the GM of Philadelphia, I am shutting Joel Embiid down, getting him his surgery, and then trying to figure out which way to move him as quick as I possibly can. And then I would literally give Paul George away for free. Get off both of them. And he said, and I would tank for that first pick, get Cooper Flag, and build around Tyrese and Cooper. And I'm like,
ain't no guarantee you're gonna get him. Hey, Cooper Flag is going to Brooklyn, bro. Cooper Flag is 1,000,000% going to Brooklyn.
Even they too far. I mean, again, I guess draft look, but even they still low key want too much. They gonna be.
How many games? They haven't won that much. How much?
They won 20, but think about it, you got the Wizards with 10, the Hornets with 14.
That's true,
bro. Did y'all see? I'm gonna transition to this real fast. I posted that thing I saw on Reddit where it said that like no teams in NBA are good against good teams except for the Lakers. The Lakers are above 500. Houston and Oklahoma City are the only teams that are actually beating teams above 500. Right? Everybody else is just beating each other like they're average West, or losing in the West, right? And they said that somebody else said that the Grizzlies are 20-something and 3, I believe, against teams with a losing record.
Yep.
Right. I was like, we lost to Brooklyn twice.
Like, just think, think about how pissed off we was losing to them. And
we would have been if we'd have never lost to Brooklyn. That means one losing team. It was Chicago.
And we blew that.
That is crazy, bro.
We blew like a 20-point
something lead. In 3. Yeah.
And it's crazy. What's crazy about it is that if you look at that Reddit thing you posted, the Grizzlies aren't as bad. They're not that bad against good teams.
No.
Like they're not that bad.
Yep.
I think
it just kind of speaks to there aren't that. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I think it's just the fact it's the top 2 teams. So I reckon it's OKC and Cleveland and New York, and
we beat Boston. Yeah.
We beat Boston.
But the teams at the top,
but we beat the Lakers one
looking
time.
Looking bad out here.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the top.
Looking bad out here, Killer.
Yeah, it looks bad. But
it's looking bad out here. All right, somebody that is not looking bad, ladies and gentlemen, is Jaren Jackson Jr. Looking like he's about to be a very rich man this summer. It's looking more and more evident that he is in line to make the NBA supermax. And I'm going to explain the NBA supermax in the most layman terms as possible, because I never really understood until literally this morning, like last night or something like that. The NBA supermax, most guys, when they sign a max deal, you're signing them for 25% of whatever the cap, your team's total cap space is, or the cap allotment is, right? And let's say that number is $100 million. That means that you got a max deal, you're going to make $25 million a year. That's just a hypothetical. The supermax allows those guys to make up to an additional 10% of the salary cap. So instead of making $25 million, that supermax guy will be making $35 million with that hypothetical number of $100 million. The cap is not $100 million. I'm just throwing out hypothetical numbers because Jaren's going to get a lot more than $35 million. He's going to get twice that. So I'm not really sure what the salary cap is. So with that being said, eligibility for the supermax doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get it. Rudy Gobert was eligible for the supermax. He didn't get 35%, but he got 31% of the salary cap in the deal he got from Utah a few years back after winning Defensive Player of the Year twice. So if Jaren Jackson Jr. gets that number, he'll be getting 30. He could get as much as 35% of whatever the NBA salary cap is at the time that he signs his deal. I've seen people who are getting super upset about this, like, Jaren doesn't deserve that, or I don't want this, it's going to cripple the team, and all these type of things. And a lot of times there's so much groupthink, and there's so much. I heard somebody else saying this, so I'm gonna say this too, because they sounded right when they said this, so I'm gonna agree with them, right? Or so much of that type of stuff that happens. And one of the common things that people are saying is that Jaren Jackson Jr. making the supermax is gonna kill our ability to do anything. Like, are we gonna lose all our guys? We gotta trade Dez. We can't sign all these other guys. And it's just, I'm not saying that none of those things are gonna happen, because there may be other reasons why you decide to trade Desmond Bane. Like there was a Kevin Durant rumor that was around that we tried to make a move with Kevin Durant, right? If a Kevin Durant move is out there, more than likely, and if you're going to try that again, especially with Marcus Smart gone, you're talking about moving one of your massive contracts to get Kevin Durant. So that would be either a Jaren or a Desmond Bane. So there may be other things that lead to these guys getting traded that has nothing to do with the ability to sign your guys. But a lot of people are saying it. A lot of people are saying, like, it's going to cripple the team. And for that, I just ask everybody to go on Google. I'm not an expert in any of this stuff. There are guys that are experts in the cap and all those type of things, right? But from the way I see it, after this summer, if you keep Jaren, which you will, if you keep Santi, which if you want to, you'll get Santi. And I don't think we'll talk about why you're not going to pay Santi as much as people think as well. I've had the discussion already. But if you keep Jaren, if you keep Santi, you got 8 guys that are going to be under contract for the next, I think, 3 to 4 years. And if you're signing Jaren for 5, there's like a 2-year difference where you have to re-sign these guys. But if you sign Jaren, Gigi's on the contract, Vince is on the contract, Jalen Wells is on the contract, he's on a rookie deal, Zach Edey's on a deal, Vince Williams is on a deal, Ja, Desmond Bane, Jaren, and Santi. There will be 8 guys. There will be an 8-man rotation. Brandon Clark's contract is over next year. I think is his final year. So it's iffy when you have him or not. Luke Kennard, he's a free agent this summer again, signed a 1-year deal. You may lose Luke Kennard. But if I got a Grizzlies team with 8 guys under contract until 2027, 2028, what's crippled? Like, what's crippled, bro? You're gonna have your draft picks there. You're not crippling anything, because you got guys that are on very small contracts. You have guys that are on contracts that we really finesse these dudes. And by the time that comes around, something else. This is just salary cap for dummies, because I'm dumb when it comes down to these type of things. And if I'm saying something wrong, out of turn, y'all let me know. If I'm saying this wrong in the comments, tell me. But to my understanding, Jaren's deal is for 35%, would be for at max 35% of the current salary cap, right? It doesn't move as the salary cap increases. His contract is stuck at what it is. So, but every year the salary cap increases, and I think it has the opportunity to increase up to 10%, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around 10%. And as that increases, the amount that Jaren makes is going to be smaller and smaller on the impact of the cap. And you're talking about 3 years from now. So basically, if Jaren's making 35% of $100 million, that hypothetical number again, the number next year is going to be 35% of $110 million. So there's another $10 million wiggle room you'll have. And then the next year, it'll be 35% of what's 10% of 110? What's that? 11, right? 11 more million. Yeah. So now the contract is $121 million salary cap, right? So that even though Jaren's contract is big, the rest of the salary cap is growing around him as well. So by the time it's time to sign these guys, the salary cap has increased 3 times, and you can sign these guys, and it won't hurt you as much as you think. But in the meantime, for the next 3 to 4 years, you've got everybody with nothing to worry about. I don't understand why people are acting like if Jaren signs his deal, it's over. We got to trade Desmond. No, you don't. You may end up doing that anyway, but that's not something you have to do. That's all I got, bro. On the math part.
Which is, again, I think what makes Jaren's original extension that he signed a few years ago such a team-friendly extension.
Robbery,
because he started off front-loaded, right, at a certain percentage
and
it kept going down as the salary cap went up. And so that gap kept increasing between the two, right? So and so that's why that was such a team-friendly thing for him. Not just because he wasn't making – it wasn't that he was making less money. It was that he was not taking up as much percentage of the salary cap each year. Like that's what made it such an important thing.
Another thing people have to keep in mind is this. Like the Grizzlies front office has played all these scenarios out in their head. When Jaren Jackson Jr. won Defensive Player of the Year 2 years ago, they knew, okay, shit, Jaren might do that shit again.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't no Wemby in the league when he did it, right? He beat my boy for Cleveland, and he beat
Brook Lopez and Evan Mobley.
Brook Lopez
and Nick Claxton, right? So it was like, oh, shit, Jaren might be winning this for the next 4 or 5 years. Mobley, right, yeah. So what I'm saying is they were aware that there's a possibility that Jaren could be getting a supermax deal, which is why you signed that kid Gigi can hoop. Sign him now. Sign him right now today.
Yep.
4 years, $12 million. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Vince Williams can hoop. Oh shit, come on. All right, come on.
Let's go.
4 years, $9 million.
Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, Jay Huff. Oh yeah, come on. Jr. All right, come on. That's why you go. That's why they made these smart deals.
100%.
And why they haven't went out and signed whoever in free agency for the mid-level exception.
Which is why they said to Jimmy Butler, "You ain't getting the extension, bro.
You ain't getting shit."
Yeah.
And you're right.
4 players there.
Because
you're not a part of our plans, man.
Right. And to Luke Kennard, they said, "Yeah, you're getting a 1-year deal, so we can have your money clear this summer. We'll make a decision whether what we can do, what we want to do with you, etc." And why they tried to trade him at the deadline, you know what I mean? Like all those type of things, right? Like why he was involved in a Dorian Finney-Smith trade or whatever. And if you still have next year a mid-level contract in Brandon Clark, if you want to try to move that expiring, I think $12-15 million deal.
2 years.
You got 2 years up, okay, but still, that's a mid-level deal if you want to make a deal.
12.5. He was the exact same every year. 12.5 every year.
Yeah. And I'll say this. I'll say that we're about to go to break. When we come back from the break, we'll talk the basketball side of it all, because that's the part that's really pissing me off. The basketball side, the numbers part, I get it. A lot of people just aren't doing the math or just aren't doing the work. I ain't done much of it. It's a lot of fucking money. Fucking money, bro.
But also, he can't get that. I think they set it up where you can only get it from a team that drafted you or you've been with for a second. So, for instance, Luka can't get the Supermax anymore because he got traded to the Lakers.
Yeah.
So Jaren can only get it with Memphis. So it's not.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing about it.
And it ain't like he gonna be like, all right, get me out of here because y'all ain't got the money for me.
You still can't get that.
Right.
Yeah.
So Drew Gann was talking about Uncle Buck was talking about this on the Daily Grind, Parrish's show, on yesterday, and he said that he said he was reading something, and I think it was in a Forbes article about Jaren Jackson Jr. and the Supermax, and it was talking about how that contract extension that he signed a few years ago actually hurts the Grizzlies at this point because he
ain't
has
no way
to,
he's gonna extend it. Yeah,
he has to win the DPOY
or
All NBA.
They're limited on what they can offer him. Yeah,
they're limited on what they can offer him if he doesn't become eligible for Supermax, to the point where other teams can actually offer him more money, even though the Grizzlies have bird rights to him. And so it's like, and so the idea is that Jaren is actually financially, like, the Grizzlies can only offer him the Supermax, but if he doesn't become eligible for the Supermax, they actually are in a situation where they can be outbid for Jaren Jackson Jr. moving forward.
I ain't never heard no shit like that before. That sounds kind of crazy.
Well, I know
who said it.
It was in a Forbes
DeMichael wrote an
article. Send me a link, but I don't know if that's true.
DeMichael wrote an article about that like in December. Now, I don't know what it means. I think that's only this summer. I don't know what it means next year because Jaren still has 2 years left on the deal. So I don't know if next year it can increase if he does. I don't know how it works for next year. But I know this summer they're gonna offer him, like, if he don't make it, on like 220 or something. It's something along in the 200s, low 200s.
Still to be nuts. Still to be nuts.
Yeah, I mean, it's
all right. I'm gonna say I was gonna save the basketball part for after the break. I just want to talk about Ja in the second half. But I'm gonna say this on the basketball side. This is the logic. Again, I'm gonna quote a conversation between me and my guy Cam Rose. I did the Outsiders podcast with. Me and Cam were talking about this, and he said something to just put it clear. He was like, "Man, on what planet do you look at a 25-year-old basketball player who resume says 25? Now he's 25 years old, 2-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA defensive team. He's got that twice. He'll have that twice. He'll make that this year. 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, or All-NBA, and that could be all of those. He could be Defensive Player of the Year and All-NBA, right? At what point did you look at a player who that's his resume and question anything about what you're about to pay him, who's 25 and you know he's going to get better on that contract? So like, crazy. On the contract he's on, ain't like he's 39 years old. Jaren is 25. And if you sign him to a 5-year deal, he's going to be 30 by the time that deal is over. And you know he's going to be even better than he is now. He's going to be even better than he is now by the end of that contract. Like, at what planet do you question whether you pay that dude or not?
You don't. You don't.
If that dude played for anybody else's team, we would not be having this discussion.
Yeah,
and that was Evan Mobley's resume. Nobody would be saying, "Oh, Cleveland's done for playing that dude." It's only us here that are like, "That's crazy." It's not. Bro.
And it'll be the third time.
His resume.
And it'll be the third time he made all defensive first team.
Yeah, if he make it this year, because he made it last year too, right?
He will make it this year.
Yeah, it's like, bro, it's crazy, bro. It is crazy. Like that logic does not apply anywhere else. Like,
do you think it's because we watch him too much? Do you think it's because
we see Jaren's flaws, bro? Right. It's like there are a lot of guys that people talk about. They're so good, and I've seen us bust their ass. And it's like that don't mean they're a good player. I just don't see their dirt. I just, you know what I mean? Like we see Jaren's dirt, bro. You know what I mean?
For instance, like
the perfect example of that. The perfect example
I saw Oklahoma City fans trashing Jalen Williams last night. That was the first time I ever said anybody say anything other than that dude is perfect.
I remember.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because they see everything.
I remember Jaylen Brown.
Go ahead.
The whole he can't dribble with his left hand.
Come on, man.
The dumbest narrative in the world.
You know what I'm saying? But he got the supermax. Didn't want to find his TV.
Another great example of that is the Luka situation with Dallas. Like, we see him from afar, and we go, top 3 basketball player in the game,
in the world,
ever. Like, he's phenomenal. And they're over there like, yeah, man, we see him and he's eating Twinkies every day in the locker room, bro. Like, he's the man wants.
He don't play defense.
The man don't want to work out, man. Like, he don't want to get better. Like, he don't want to lose weight. He doesn't want to do this. Like, that's what we got to get his ass up out of here. Like, that's the kind of stuff that, and we look at it and go, you guys are wild for that. Do you know what the narrative about the Memphis Grizzlies would be if they didn't sign Jaren Jackson Jr. to this contract?
We are farm league. That we are
poverty ass franchise.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Especially if it looks like he's leaning towards, going to another team, even though we can pay him the most. Like, if that kind of stuff gets out, we're gonna look poverty. And then the next season, then there's gonna be all this talks about how can we get Ja out of there? How can we get Jaren out of there? Like, man.
But also, if they don't offer him the supermax, when Ja Morant time come up, what he gonna think about?
Yeah, we're looking broke, man. We're looking broke as hell.
And they're not. They're not broke. Like, they can do. Like we just talked about with all of this financial stuff. they've got it set up to where this is going to work out. Like this, they can pay him this money, and it's not going to cripple the team. We've got a smart front office. They've done this the right way.
Done the homework, man.
And so if your whole thing,
they can do math. They've shown that math is their strong point.
They're calculating their TI-85s are on point over there, man.
Right. There's nothing else. The calculations, according to their calculations, they got that part down. But like I said, I'm not tripping about that, man. Jaren is a hell of a player. Go pay him. Figure out the rest. I don't give a damn. Figure it out.
On top of that, Ant, he wants to be here, and he's a fantastic representative.
Citizen of this city. Yep.
He's a citizen, man. Like, this dude loves Memphis, and he represents it well.
Yep.
Like, what are we talking about?
For sure. Like, for sure. And he represents the league well. Like, you're talking about a guy who's just a great ambassador for the game. And he's 25 years old. Just imagine what Jaren's going to be like when he's in his true prime, around 30, 31 years old. Just not as a basketball player, but just as a man, as an individual, what he'll be, at the end of that contract.
You said something in the group text about him the other day that really blew my mind. You called him Bill Russell. You called him Bill Russell.
Oh yeah, he's modern day Bill Russell, bro. Like, for real. Like, if Jaren's
go ahead.
Jaren's final form is going to be that social side is going to come out in Jaren even more. You gotta think, bro. At 25 years old, we've seen Jaren be an advocate for the vaccine, if I'm not mistaken, advocate for voting altogether. During the pandemic, was all about pandemic relief and all that type of stuff. Voting in an election this year. Vice president of the Players Association. All those things, man. I'm telling you, man, Jaren is going to be that leader of the NBA type dude. Like, not talking facing. I'm not talking basketball. He's just going to be a guy who's like that, who has that duality of being a guy who's an advocate for change, advocate for people, advocate for social issues, and is going to be a great basketball player as well. And he's what Bill Russell would be in an era where you've got Twitter and all that type of stuff. But we're about to take a break, man. When we come back, we're going to talk more about Twitter and things like that. Look at, man, the segue clean king. I'm not playing with y'all, man. I'm not playing with y'all at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but we're about to take a break. When we're going to come back, we're going to talk about this bullshit with John Morant and Twitter and all this. And yeah, we'll talk about that more when we get back with more on Anthony Sain Show. See you guys in a minute.
Are they getting enough credit for their wins? We know that they get docked for their losses, but are they getting enough credit for the wins that they had in their out of conference?
No, I mean, it's an easy answer of no. And I think, we can scold people for that and say that they're wrong or whatever, but it's just so far removed that people have trouble dipping back into November and December.
We were playing football then,
Right,
we were playing regular season football then.
Exactly. So people just have trouble dipping back into that. And kind of putting Memphis on the pedestal that they kind of deserve for what they did, and it's unfair. Like, I mean, it's not fair because they beat those teams, but at the end of the day, like it's just par for the course for Memphis.
Tune into On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
I'm no math person, but I think the odds of him, at least, I think he's the favorite for Defensive Player of the Year as of, I don't know after that game, but as of yesterday, he was. Odds of him making a All-NBA team at this point, I just feel like are
could be plus odds. Yeah.
Very, very high.
Grizzlies need him to make this so that they can offer him more money than other teams can. But because they got him at such a bargain on his second contract because of his injuries and whatnot, I believe that his next contract, if he doesn't hit an All-NBA team, his raise that he can, the extension that he's eligible for is actually less than what other teams can offer him as a free agent. So you need him to hit this. And I know $350 million is a lot of money, but you need to be able to say, like, hey, we can offer you more money than they can. I know you probably want to be here anyways, but let's not let it be about the money.
Tune in to The Daily Grind with your host, Luke Hatmaker, every Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. live on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. In case you were wondering, the reference when Kenny was talking about with the peculiar nature of Jaren's contract, they were just playing that on the Daily Grind show. I still don't understand what he's talking about.
I sent you a link. It's a Forbes article that I read that talked about it.
I was about to say Jaren's not. He's article. He wrote it back in like December.
Because Jaren's not a free agent, a true free agent until 26, 27. Like,
right?
I don't know. Anyway, we had a report today. Good quote that came out. I don't know who asked the question. Does anybody know who asked the question? Was it DeMichael or was it
I don't know.
Was it Drew? Does anybody know? Well, the tape, man. Burn the tape. Y'all burn the tapes, man. I don't I know Drew and I'm cool with DeMichael, but with that being said, I don't want to come out like I'm knocking them. But if I'm interviewing John Morant, that's probably the last goddamn question I'm gonna ask him. Is about his fucking Twitter account. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know who asked the question, bro. I ain't trying to start nothing, but I'm pretty much over talking about Ja and his Twitter account, and the hypocrisy of that as we talk about Ja and his Twitter account here on the Anthony Sain Show.
Yes, is what we do, baby.
Yeah, save it for the last segment of the show as well. I'll say this, Ja. I don't believe you when you say that you're annoyed by Twitter or whatever you said. I'm a person that's annoyed by Twitter as well, but I also enjoy being on Twitter. Like, I do. Like, even I'm a person who came in and said, man, this is my last year on this shit. I'm tired of this toxic ass, but I enjoy getting my shit up on Twitter, having people laugh at my shit. I like that part of Twitter. So I'm not particularly buying it. But if that is the case, brother, there are other options. Like, I know he said something about with his obligations, with his endorsements, he has to be on there. Bro, I saw you post a Nike link one time, and I see you post your shoes, but it seems like you're doing it against Nike wanting you to do that. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like there's Nike wanting them to post the pictures of his shoes the way he is. And I'm gonna say this, brother, hire an admin. Like, when Zach Randolph was here, when Marcus All were here, they weren't on Twitter like that, but they did have Twitter accounts, but it was not them posting on that joint. Like, people would be tagging some admin, and I actually knew who Zach Randolph's admin was. It was his publicist, you know what I mean? Because remember, they came and did that event with us when we worked at RTB and MAM. Kenny, you remember that? Like, the lady, you were there, yeah. It was like that lady was Zach Randolph on Twitter. This publicist was. Like, if you don't care to be on there and you still have these obligations to do, hire somebody to be you on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. I could give you a plethora of names right now of people that would be great at that for Ja.
If I could hire somebody to be me on Twitter, I would do that as well. But I can't do it with my less than $6-figure a year salary. It's getting close to 6, but it ain't there yet. But yeah, man, like, it's crazy. Ja, get out of here with that. And of course, people, oh, Ja, we love you, and you don't have to, man, shut y'all ass up, man. Shut the hell up, man. Like, we have to start allowing Ja to be held accountable, bro. Like, Ja has to, start moving a little different on his own. He has to take accountability for his own actions and figure some shit out and do what he has to do. That's all I got, bro. Like, that's literally, I don't know what y'all got nothing or not. That's all I got. We could hit stop at this joint and put the show out if you want. I mean, it's such a goofy conversation, bro. And oh man, it's like, I hate to sound like the old man because I'm clearly not the old man who don't understand social media because I'm on it myself. I know it's different for people like him that were born in social media. But man, Ja is in the minority on this. Like, there are a lot of guys in the NBA that are NBA superstars and that are 25 and under or in that age range who are not on Twitter like that, bro, and don't have issues with social media and aren't, because, bro, like, Rusty Bucket said this the best. He was like, man, if you want to get off Twitter, delete the app and keep it moving. Like, we would never know that you got off. You know what I mean? The fact that he does things to let you know, to make it newsworthy that he's getting off of Twitter, and he's never off of it long. Like, he gets off, and then there's all these think pieces, and, oh man, you guys ran Ja off Twitter, man. You guys need to be apologizing. Y'all,
he's gonna leave Memphis, man.
He's gonna leave Memphis because of y'all, and he's back in 2 days. Like, bro, he's back in freaking 2 days.
They like this big old, this I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It's not like,
I don't get it, bro. I'm over it. I'm over it, bro. And like, Ja was probably half playing, half trolling. I'm glad to see him. He looks like he had fun the last couple games. Looked like kind of starting to look like his old self on and off the court. But like my good friend Jessica Benson says, I don't have time for the daily Ja Morant, the Ja watch, the Ja mood watch, Ja mood. You know what I mean? I don't have time, man. Like I want him to be well. I want him to do well. I've said time and time again that I want him to be the best player on this team.
Have y'all ever had a boss in your life that every day you went to work, you just said, "Oh shit, what's this dude going to be like today?
Yep.
Like, what's his mood going to be like today?
Mm-hmm.
How's he going to
his or hers?
His or hers?
Hers. It was not a guy. Hers.
Mine have always been guys. So that's why I said his. But that there's nothing that's more like life draining to people that are around you when it's constantly, what's his mood going to be like today? What's the reaction? Bro, it's
it's time, man.
It's time, man. It's time. Like, do what you have to do. He did it for a long time this year. He didn't have his mentions on. Then all of a sudden, halfway through the season, he starts turning his mentions back on, and it gets filled up with shit. And I'm like, brother, you got like, don't respond. Like, turn that shit off. Hire somebody. He has hired a lot of people to do a lot of things for him. Like having somebody come in and handle all of his social media obligations. Like,
would not hurt.
If you literally just said, "Hey, I want my social media to be only about pimping out what I do, like my products, ain't nobody gonna say shit to you, bro. Like nobody would say, nobody would care. Like, because that's what 90% of massive stars in the NBA doing already.
Yep. Yeah, like everybody said Kevin Durant.
Just move.
Is it?
Just move that way. But and that's the thing is like. Kevin Durant's at this point in his life where he's like, I'm super comfortable trolling people.
Yeah. He just going.
Right.
Yeah.
He ain't getting, yeah. And after seeing him on that Netflix show, man, he clearly don't give a damn. Like,
dude, okay. How good was that documentary, bro?
Yeah, we got to talk about that too, man. My bad. We got to talk about that too. Because that jumped off the chain. I ain't watched nothing but like 1.5 episodes. But when I get time, I'm going to sit down and watch the rest.
Wait till you finish
that mug off the chain, bro. Yeah. But man, we about to get about this jump, man.
I got one more thing. I know we gotta go. I know you got something to do. Did y'all see Draymond's reaction to Big O on his podcast?
Man, I wish he would. He said something about Oscar Robertson for real?
Bro, he went in on Oscar Robinson.
No, man, I slapped the hell out of Draymond.
This man literally said, I can guarantee you Oscar Robinson has never seen me play basketball because he's 86 years old, falling asleep before our games come on.
Oh, man, you wrong for that, bro.
Funny.
Oh, he ain't that old, bro. He's 86 for real.
He's 86 years old.
Right, yeah.
Man looking like he's
good as hell, man.
Man looking like he's not a day over 50 years old, man. What are you talking about?
Oh, man.
Man. Baron Davis had to go, bro. You got to chill, man. Like, you got to stop.
Is Baron Davis like his co-host?
Yeah, I'm tripping, bro. He's 86 for real. God damn. Hey, man, I'm not going to hell on y'all watch, bro. I'm not going to hell on y'all dime at all. For Kenny Stubblefield, for Perry Sharkey, hope you enjoyed this intimate episode 169. Hey, some stuff, man. Hey, childhood humor. Hey, you got.
Hey, man. Be accountable, Anthony. Be accountable.
Be accountable, bro. You're right. You're right. All right, man. For Kenny Stubblefield, for Paris Sharkey, Anthony Sain. See y'all this weekend. See y'all this Friday, man. And we out.
Thank you for listening to the Anthony Sain Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.